What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bleach Brave Souls, and today we're going to try to explain how to do the Grand Fisher Awakened Epic Raid. And this guide should also be useful for the regular, non-awakened Grand Fisher Epic Raid because they both basically have the same mechanics. So let's get right into it, guys, starting with Phase 1. And Phase 1, you should not be having any deaths because it's pretty simple. Just dodge the red is basically what you got to do. So when he starts doing these red rectangles, just run around them and try to attack where you can. Now, after that, guys, he's going to spawn a bunch of circles. Keep a note of where the first circle spawns. He's going to spawn a bunch of circles around the edge of the screen, and they're going to go in a counterclockwise direction. So what you want to do is go to where the first circle shows up and go to the inside edge of it, where the circles aren't spawning. So basically, you go where I mark it on the screen here, and just wait until he does his blue attack, and then go back in. Make sure you're far enough away that you don't get hit by the blue attack. You should definitely not be dying here. Maybe, if you mess it up, you can take one hit, but ideally, it's a very easy mechanic to dodge. So once that's over, guys, he's going to do one of two things. He's going to do an attack that pulls you into the middle or one that shoots you out to the edges. So let's see what he does here. It should be coming up in a second. Okay, so this move right here, it's going to push you to the outside. It's going to push you away from the boss. And if you can look closely, you can see where there's openings between those blue circles on the screen. So what you want to have happen is get pushed to an open area. You don't want to get pushed into where the blue is coming, guys. So just line up your character where the arrows will push you to the open area. So just look for the open area, use your eyes, and you should have no problem with this part. Right, like so. Now, once he does that, he's immediately going to do the opposite thing. He's going to do the attack that draws you in. And this is pretty easy as well. Just once he draws you in, run the heck away because he's going to do a blue attack immediately afterwards. So like that. Pretty simple. I mean, if you're using a slow character like the Bankai Kenpachi from the manga, you can get a little bit of an advantage if you stay further away from him when he draws you in. So that's something to consider as well, guys. But you should be able to just run away. It might be close, but you should be able to make it even if you're caught right in the middle on the boss. You just got to react quick enough, all right? So that's basically it for Phase 1. There should be no deaths. If you're having trouble with it, guys, go start your own room, your own Epic Raid room, and just start it without any other players and just practice the dodging mechanics. You can start an Epic Raid without anyone in your room. So it's a good chance to get the mechanics down and make sure you have it like down pat. All right. So that is Phase 1. It just repeats from there on out. And now we're going into Phase 2. And part 1 of Phase 2, these red triangles, just dodge them. It's pretty self-explanatory. Try not to get hit. And you should be all right. Don't get too greedy with the DPS either because sometimes it'll get you stuck there. Now the second phase here, it's a bunch of blue triangles on the ground, and you might get a timer on your head. You might not. This is pretty easy as well. If you get the timer on your head, before it counts down, try to get to the edge of the screen, so you don't kill your teammates or so you don't hit anybody. But basically, you can just be wherever. Just try to be away from other players. And as soon as that's over, just go to the open spot that you see that's not filled in with blue. Should be pretty simple, guys. And the next phase, however, this is the hardest part. This attack right here, in my opinion, is the hardest part to master in this Epic Raid. So you'll see 4 blue circles spawn out on this part. Now, what you want to do is you want to go between 2 of these. So move to the position here, right exactly here where I am right now, guys. You want to be in between the 2 blue circles and right at the edge of the middle one. So that spot right there where they all intersect, but you don't want to be in the spot where it's overlapping with the middle one. So it's kind of tricky to position, but you want to stay there. And what you're going to do here is you're going to wait to see where to go. And it changes sometimes. So look for the circles that are that to move to. Look for the one that's filling up the fastest because that's the one that's going to be finished first. I hope I explained that correctly. You want to look for the blue circle next to you that's going to be clear first. So look for the one that's filling up the fastest. It can be hard to pick out sometimes. Guys, I'm not going to lie, I still die on this part. Like sometimes, once in a while, when I'm not paying too much attention, it's really a reactionary phase. You have to just react to it. So I mean, there's no other real tip besides that, other than being in the right position. Now, you're either going to want to go to the left of where you are, or you want to go to the middle, depending on which area clears up first. So you're just going to have to react to that, guys. There's no tip for that. It's not really, there's no pattern. You know, sometimes you got to go to the middle, sometimes you got to go to the left. You just have to play it by ear. So here I see that the one on my left is going to clear out first. And I just go there as soon as it's open, guys. You have to go as soon as it's open, because the circle you're standing in at the moment when you start that attack is going to kill you. So you want to get out of there as soon as the other area is clear. So I can't emphasize that enough. But with practice, you should be able to get it. But there's no question that it is probably the hardest mechanic in the fight because of the timing of the blue circles. All right, so just practice that. Maybe run a last-ditch survival if you're having trouble with it, so you can have instant revival. Okay, so if you get that through that part, guys, you're pretty much on easy street. The pattern just repeats again. Dodge the triangles. Dodge the triangles. That one's easy. If you get the timer on your head, try to put it on the edge of the screen, and then just go to the open area, and then commence attacking, and that's it. So now we go to phase 3, and phase 3 is pretty simple as well, guys. The first thing he's going to do is put a blue circle around the middle of the screen. So as soon as you see it says wide spike circle, go to the edge of the screen. And pretty much here, just dodge the red, wait for the blue to go away, and go back in. Very simple. You should have no problem with it. Now the second attack, he's going to fill up half the screen with blue, and he's going to put timers on some people's heads. Now if you have the timer on your head, you're going to want to wait until you see where the pizzas are, and then you can really place these anywhere, but if you want to be courteous to your teammates, if you have the timer on your head, try to go behind him to one of the open triangles and put it on the edge of the screen. So here we go. I'll show you what I mean. I go behind him in an open triangle, put the poison right there, and then come back to the front of the boss, because that's where the safe zone is. And right there on the edge of the screen in front of the boss is the safe zone. And then you can just go back in there. So try to place the poison so it doesn't screw over your teammates, is basically what you got to do there. Then he's going to do a push out attack. So what you want to do here is be really close to the boss, and as soon as the push is over, dodge back in immediately. Very simple. Okay, so right after that phase, he's going to do an attack that sucks you in. As soon as it's over, run out of the circle. I like to run directly south because I can see the next part of the attack, which is going to be, he's going to fill up the whole screen with blue except for one triangle. And the free triangle, the space that's going to be the safe area, is opposite the first blue triangle that shows up. So what you got to do is you got to pay attention to where the first blue triangle comes out, and then go to the opposite side of that. If you miss it and you don't see it, guys, just run right away to the middle and try to react to where you see the open spot. So get to the middle if you don't see what's going on, and you should have time to just react to where the open area is. So right here, but it definitely helps to pay attention to where the blue triangle is at first. And if you survive that, it just starts over from there. So anyway, guys, that is the fight. Hopefully I explained it well. Just practice it a lot. If you're having trouble, run last-ditch survival on your character. Just at least one, maybe two. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy with full last-ditch survival because you're not going to do any damage. But maybe one. One would be good. All right, so let me know what you think, guys. It just takes practice, like I said, and you should be fine. A lot of the people now that I'm seeing in the rooms, they have it down a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.